We've all felt it. That strangely long, repetitive walk down a hotel corridor. It's an experience that can feel disorienting, even slightly unsettling. This passage, this interstitial space between the vibrant world and your private room, often defies our normal sense of time and distance. Imagine stepping out of the elevator into this tube of temporary existence. The air is still, the sound is muffled, and the path stretches ahead, seemingly endless. Why does this simple architectural feature, the hallway, evoke such a peculiar sense of mental exhaustion, repetition, and a loss of orientation? What if these feelings are not accidental flaws, but rather the intended outcome of meticulous architectural psychology and environmental engineering? Let's begin by examining how the brain processes these spaces, starting with the psychological impact of repetition. The hotel hallway is a parade of visual monotony. Identical doors, identical light fixtures, identical room numbers marching into the distance. Our brains crave visual variation to mark progress and maintain engagement. When faced with endless sameness, the cognitive load increases, leading quickly to mental exhaustion and disengagement. Beyond sight, the most defining characteristic of a hotel corridor is often its profound, unnatural silence. Hotels employ heavy acoustic dampening, thick carpets, solid core doors, and insulated walls to create a silent environment that separates the private room from the public thoroughfare. This engineered quiet removes the familiar sounds of human activity. The lack of ambient noise can elevate internal awareness, transforming calmness into psychological tension. Every choice of material, every lumen of light, is a tool used by designers to manage your experience and behavior. Lighting is deliberately low, often warm-toned and directional. This dimness is comforting, but also functionally directs your gaze to your door and discourages loitering, urging you toward your destination. And then there are the carpets, busy, often psychedelic patterns. These complex designs disguise wear and tear, but more importantly, they are a deliberate visual distraction that further muddles the brain's attempt to perceive scale and progress. When all these elements combine, this simple linear hallway becomes a psychological paradox, a space that feels longer than it actually is. The standardization of design removes the natural visual markers we use to gauge distance, such as varied textures or unique landmarks. Without these cues, our distance perception falters. The corridor length becomes purely subjective, distorted by the repetition and the lack of focal points. The journey feels slow, endless, and mentally taxing, even if the distance is short. This psychological engineering isn't just about the unsettling feeling. It's rooted in the global economic imperatives of modern hospitality. Hotels worldwide adopt similar modular, non-distinctive designs because it is efficient, scalable, and immediately recognizable, regardless of your location. The goal is predictability, a functional anonymity where travelers feel instantly safe and comfortable, but without the distraction of distinctiveness. The hallway is designed to be purely transitional. When we step back, we realize that the hotel hallway is a masterclass in intentional psychological control, influencing our feelings from the moment we leave the elevator. These transitional spaces are carefully tuned instruments of environmental control, built to manage your behavior, your perception, and even your mood. The feeling of strange length is simply the measure of their success.